I decided to go on treatments. Actually, I decided to enter a clinical study that was going on. At least it was going to be starting in a few months. And I thought, I mean, I would get the most care from doctors. I would see doctors on a regular basis. And the clinical trial was called Evidence, and it was Rebif versus Avonex. And so they chose Rebif for me. And what that entails was is giving yourself a shot, and that 3 times a week. And it's subcutaneous, so it's under the skin. But I really didn't know what that was. But they had, you know, the nurses showed me what that was. And I mean, it wasn't terrible, I guess, but it wasn't, it was really scary to me, to be honest, in the beginning. Yeah, it did get easier over time. And I did, it wasn't too bad. It was subcutaneous, so it didn't really hurt that bad. And then actually a few years later, they actually came out with little injector things, actually making things easier, so you don't have to, you know, don't really have to see the needle much. But because at first it was just the needle, and it was just like, ooh, this big needle going in my skin, and and you have to do it in 8 spots in your body, and not all 8 spots are very convenient. But and then yeah, I mean, it just gets, you just get used to it. Okay, so I decided to go off Rebif because I had some neurological, I had a lot of major MS attacks. It was the worst I ever had in my life. And then the doctor did some tests and realized that I developed antibodies to Rebif. So I decided to go on Copaxone and take that. The only disadvantage of that is I saw was that it was supposed to be 7 times a week. And that was a little grueling on the mind as far as psychologically doing a shot 7 days a week. Anyway, so then when Tysabri came out, I decided to try that because it wasn't an injection. It was just going to the hospital, getting an infusion once a month, which I thought was great. Oh, the only reason I switched to Tysabri was because there was no needles. I was so excited. And my neurologist said this new, latest, greatest drug, and I was like, yay, no needles. And then while I was on Tysabri for only a month, and they pulled it off the market, said it causes brain disease. And but when that happened, I was scared to death. I mean, I really wasn't, I was scared. I really didn't think that it would cause any harm to me. And I don't know why I thought that, but I was more concerned about having to go back on a drug that had to take needle injections. And so then I went back on Copaxone, and that's what I'm on today. And I only do it 4 times a week because of skin site reactions. I have essentially hives develop around my the area of injection when I take a shot. So the neurologist said it works the same if you're on it 4 times versus 7 times. So that's why I'm doing it, and it's a lot easier on my mind.